Also, Chief, we did White Elephant yesterday, and Chief unfortunately drew my present that I bought for people. I wanted to explain what the gift that I got you was, because my heart was in the right place.
Yes.
So, but it might not have been as good of a gift as I thought that it was.
No, I like it.
Oh, you like it?
Yeah, I want to, because they're in that, it's never going to hit.
Yeah.
But, well, you can explain. You got a Manchester United to be relegated future.
Yeah. So I was looking at the odds on the English Premier League yesterday, and Manchester United was at plus 20,000 to be relegated. Mm-hmm. I thought to myself, number one, that would be very, very funny if Man U was kicked out of the EPL.
Be awesome.
It'd be awesome. It's probably never going to happen. I would imagine that if they're in danger of being relegated, that's when they get on the phone with whatever
That's when the corruption kicks in.
Games would be fixed. Sure.
Games would be fixed at that point probably. But I thought I had something because Man U is down towards the bottom of the table. Man City is up towards the top. Man City is plus 900 to be relegated. Man U is plus 20,000. So the odds makers are saying that Man City is way, way more likely to be relegated than Man United, despite the fact that Man United is much worse than them this season so far. I'm not a big EPL fan. I don't really follow the league that much. I found out later that it's because Man City has lost how many games in a row?
No, it's not because of that.
Well, no, I told you why it was.
But originally it was that they've lost a bunch of games in a row.
They're never going to win another game. But the real reason is that they have a bunch of financial
they've been cheating
irregularities. They've not been cheating that could or could not come to pass and result in some sort of points deduction or relegation, things like that. It's not going to happen.
PFT, they had 115 charges after an investigation. They did a further investigation while going through this trial, and they found 15 more things. So now they have 130 pending charges. My team, Nottingham Forest, got an 8-point deduction last year with 4 charges.
You know what you know who you sound like right now?
Who's that?
You sound well. Trump's a felon because we found all these felonies that we made up to hand to him.
Don't do that.
That's what you sound like.
No, it's not.
That's what
they broke the rules.
Totally made up.
Totally made up.
Is it completely made up? What kind of charges?
They fraud for starters.
Okay.
That you can't have your team be sponsored by another company that your country owns or your owners own. Mm-hmm. So they would be like, oh yeah, they're paying $70 million to be our front of shirt sponsor, and then they would do an investigation. Well, it's actually they only paid $5 million, which is probably a more appropriate number. But on paper, they were getting $70 million, but it was because they were just moving money around.
And so, are they able to get sponsorships from companies that they have close affiliations with, and then all that money goes to the players and doesn't count against what they're officially paying them?
Right. So it's a way to balance their own books to be within the rules, but they were never actually within the rules. So they've been operating at a loss forever while winning everything. And so now it's coming to pass where it's actually you guys were lying about everything. And it would be because they're not a big club traditionally. So they don't have this international fan base like Man United has. So Man United generates all this revenue, and Man City comes in with no real fan base and was no, we are actually generating even more than that, more than Real Madrid, more than Barcelona. And it was all made up.
Okay. So Big T, here's where you say free market.
Yeah, I don't particularly care. They're not going to do anything. It's a nothing. That's why it's plus 900. If this was such a massive deal, it'd be plus 150.
Well, they're the sixth most likely to get relegated.
Right.
Sure.
So, I mean, that is, they are saying it might be a big deal.
Not going to happen.
Okay, so my dumbass thought that the bookmakers mixed up Man City and Man United when they made these odds, and I was what tremendous value. I'm going to get a $50 ticket on it to win $10,050.
But I told you this before you made the bet.
Yeah, you did. But I had mentally committed to the bet.
Yeah.
It was 16-1 at the start of the year. So the fact that it's moved to plus 900 is we're moving in that direction.
They will give them a points deduction and make sure it is not enough to relegate them.
And if you look at the other bets, the only ones with longer odds than Man United are Aston Villa, Tottenham, Liverpool, and Arsenal. Mm-hmm. Good teams.
Yeah.
Very good clubs. Mm-hmm. So I thought that I found something when I saw this. So It'd be very funny if it happened.
I want it to happen just so I can have $10,000, number one, but then also just be able to rub that $10,000 in Maresh's face. Like,
Yeah.
I would probably use it to send him to like Sheffield Wednesday at a game next October.
Yeah,
Like, that's what I would like. Go over and
That
enjoy
would
your
be
team.
a very good yes. Yeah.
This would be like if Major League Baseball shut down the New York Yankees,
Yes.
which would be funny.
They had to play like the Toledo Mud Hens.
Yeah.
I've always said it would be fun for one of those teams to get relegated for 1 year. Like if you're a Man United fan, no one ever wants to get relegated, but you would beat the shit out of every team for 1 year. And you would win the championship, and then you would come back up.
That's not really how it works, though, because then their revenues are even down further. So they have to
it's a
sell off
financial
all
thing.
their star player, like everybody that made, like Erling Haaland, who makes them great. Yeah,
even so, Man United would kick the living shit out of every team. They would not lose a game.
And then if Man United won, what's the second division? The
championship, which makes a ton of sense.
Yeah, if they won the championship, then actually like all of Man United's like opposing fan bases would probably make T-shirts like commemorating Man United English Championship Division winners.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, and then use that to taunt them for the rest of their lives.
Yeah.